Hey everybody, good morning. So today is Saturday and it is present day. I am getting ready to upload my new video, episode 9. I just wanted to pop on here and say thank you so much again for all of the support and comments and love on all of my videos, and for everybody that has friended me on Instagram and has commented. Your guys' encouragement has truly meant a lot. I really never thought that I would make friends by posting my experience out there, but I have, and so I'm really thankful for that. Side note, as I was editing this video, I really just noticed how big I am. I mean, I know we all have those moments, but when I look in the mirror every day and I get dressed and I do my hair and my makeup and I think that I look good, like I don't see how big I have gotten until I go to look at myself on camera. And so as hard as that is, I'm super grateful that I decided to start filming this whole process, because now I can see the transformation from beginning to end. So I'm really excited about that. Just wanted to warn you guys that this is a 20-minute long update. It is a chit chat, ride to work with me, story time, ramble, you guys fall a couple times, that kind of video. So I hope you enjoy it, and thank you so much for watching. Hey, good morning everybody. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Today I join you from my car on my way to work. So please excuse me looking at the road. So normally I would just wait to film until I got home tonight, but I was so excited when I got on the scale this morning that I figured I would go ahead and just pick up the camera and tell you guys what happened. So if you follow me on Instagram, you will see that I had a little bit of a rough patch last night. My 7-year-old was just really being a 7-year-old boy, and we were arguing, and just that never puts me in a good mood. So I was, I knew I needed to clean my house. I wanted a soda, I wanted a beer, I wanted bad food for me. I wanted everything that I've worked hard for the last 2 months to cut out. So I sat down, I watched some TV, and I calmed myself down thinking, I'm not going to screw this up. I've worked hard for it already. I'm not going to throw it away because of one bad night. So I cleaned my living room, and that helped, but it definitely didn't take my cravings away and my urge away to go eat bad food or drink something that I'm not supposed to. So that was hard. I still had to make it through the rest of the night without acting on those urges, and that was really hard. And instead of doing what I should have done and got some water or flavored water, I just didn't do anything. And I don't know why, because I definitely think that if I would have drank water, it would have helped. In fact, I woke up at midnight last night and I had to go out in the kitchen and get some water. I was so thirsty, and so I felt dehydrated. I'm like, now granted, I drank 96 ounces of water at work yesterday, so technically for the day, I didn't need any more water, but my body sure did. I was feeling it. I had to wake up and go get water. So that was that. I mean, I made it through the night. I went to bed. I go to bed early anyway, so it's not like I have to last until 11 o'clock. I go to bed at like 9. So I went to bed anyway, because again, it's not like I have to make it very late. So I did it, and I'm fine. I take my vitamins, which I don't need water for because they're all chewable, and then we're okay. So I woke up this morning and I stepped on the scale. I took a clip of it, but the way I can't set my camera up right to read the scale without holding it. And if you hold the camera, my camera's like 5 pounds, so it's going to completely throw off my actual weight. So I had tried to set up the camera and it just didn't work very well. So I don't know if you're going to be able to tell. Anyway, so I stepped on the scale this morning and I was 239.8. That was exciting. I'm glad to be out of the 240s, that's for sure. And you know, before, even the past like month, I would have weighed every single day, and then I would have been so discouraged because the scale just goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, like it doesn't, and that's every day. So I finally, the past few weeks, got in the point where I'm only weighing once a week on Fridays. So I weighed 239.8. How awesome is that? So that means that I have lost 10.4 pounds. 10.4 pounds. Granted, it's been 8 weeks, but I'm very happy to lose any weight at all. I don't know if I mentioned this in my first video or not, but the least amount that I've weighed as an adult was, I think, 219. Sorry. I was able to go from 241 down to 219 by myself. That's a loss of 22 pounds. I was able to do that by myself at the beginning of this year. And then it all came back on, plus some, obviously, because I weighed 250 2 months ago. But anyway, so my lowest weight as an adult has been 219. So when I reach that number, I will be extremely happy. 239. Okay, so obviously I still have a ways to go because my goal weight is like 135, 140. I'm only 5'3". I'm not like tall, you know, and I'm pretty small framed. So there's no reason I shouldn't be able to get down to 135. That is my doctor's goal weight for me as well. I have not weighed 132 since I was like a freshman in high school. So I don't know if I'll be down to that, but I was a size probably 5 when I weighed 132. So we'll see. I mean, I would love to be in a size 5 again, but I'm not going to be upset if I don't, because I need to be realistic and think what's going to be realistic for the rest of my life. I would probably say about 135 to 140, even up to 150. I think that's pretty normal range for my height. So I don't even know where I started on this whole rant thing. Because my lowest weight. Anyway, so I know people say to make small, realistic goals. So with losing this almost 11 pounds, my first goal, honestly, is to get below 200. I haven't been below 200 pounds in 7 years. Right after I had my son, I weighed 185. And that only lasted a few months, and I was back in the 200s. So that is my first goal, is to get below 200 pounds. I'm really, really hoping I can do it. I've been sticking to my strict lunches and snacks during the day at work and at home in the evenings. Weekends, I do give myself a little bit of leeway, but I don't go crazy, and I don't eat like I used to. So I usually give myself one meal a day on the weekends. There you go. Really, traffic? Really? Anyway, you guys flew through the dashboard. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying. My first goal is 200 pounds. I think that's doable. I've already lost 10 by myself. I'm really hoping to lose another 5 before surgery. So I'll be down to 235 by surgery. That would be exciting. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm on my way to work. Obviously, I don't have a good stand for my phone in my car, or for my camera, so it's sitting I'm not kidding, I'll show you in a minute. You're sitting on a towel on my dashboard. Because luckily I had a towel in here from swimming. So that's where you're at. But yeah, so 239 this morning. I'm super excited to see that number. I really do wish it was more. Obviously, I think we all do. But I'm just excited that I'm losing weight. So I know I'm doing something right. Why not? So a couple things that I want to talk to you guys about. One of my biggest worries with having the surgery is not the surgery itself. It is having to eat slowly and small amounts at a time. Because, I mean, granted, I will have a smaller stomach and I hopefully won't feel as full, or I will feel full fast. But my problem now is I am portion sizing. So I am trying really hard to eat a good amount of food, like a correct amount of food. But I feel like in order to do that, I'm already so freaking hungry that I just scarf down my food in like less than 10 minutes. I'm done. 10 minutes, I'm done eating. And I know I'm not going to be able to do that. And that makes me nervous. So I don't know if it is going to make that big of a difference when I have a smaller stomach and I'm not that hungry. If I'm able to then calm myself down and like eat small bites and chew them forever before swallowing and waiting 2 minutes between eating the next bite, I hope I'm able to do that. But that worries me, because I just scarf food down and then that's it, you know, and 2 hours later I'm ready for a snack. Like, hence why I'm getting the surgery. So that was one of my concerns. My other concern, and I would love for anybody to leave me a comment down below if you can help me with this. I have the IUD. I have the Mirena IUD, and I've had this for 4.5 years. I have to get it removed next year because they're only good for 5 years is what they say. So I've had this thing for 4 years. I'll be getting it removed next year, but most likely I'll be getting it re-put in. I'll get a new one put in. My concern is that I have heard that when people lose a lot of weight, you know, things in your body are shifting around, and there's a chance that the IUD would shift into either one, an uncomfortable and unsafe position, or two, you know, it doesn't do any good and doesn't serve its purpose if it's not in the correct position. So I'm a little bit worried that I may have troubles with that. Now, one good thing, which is not a good thing, but it's a good thing, is I'm not seeing anybody. I'm not dating. I'm not doing any of that. So there's no chance of me getting pregnant because my IUD is going to move and not be okay. Or people said that even after weight loss surgery, you know, even with their IUD, they got pregnant. Well, luckily, I'm not doing the job you need to do to get pregnant, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. Now that kind of leads into my next thought. And I can't help but think, like, this is a crazy statistic, and I think it's stupid, honestly. But one of the biggest statistics after weight loss surgery is divorce, or separation, or splitting up, you know. So there's the one good thing for me is I'm not with anybody, so that's not going to happen to me. I would like to hope that it's the opposite effect, and that when I start losing weight, I go out and do more things, you know. I'm already very comfortable with myself. If you don't like me, you don't like me, and that's not my fault. But I'm already, you know, that's just kind of the way that I am. It's taken me a long time to get that way, trust me, because I used to blame myself for everything. Oh, it's because I'm fat. Oh, it's because I'm not pretty. Or it's this and that. Like, that's the stupidest thing you could ever do, is blame yourself. So I'd like to think that losing weight would have an opposite effect and I may find somebody to be with. But I don't have to worry about or I don't have to worry about, you know, splitting up with somebody because I'm not with them anyway. I think that was it. I think that's all I had written down. I'm not checking my phone right now because I'm driving. I'm being safe. So I'm gonna be late for work, but you know what? That's okay. This video may be kind of long, but I'm going to try to edit some stuff out if I can, like you guys flying through the dash. I mean, maybe that could be interesting, but the cuss words I used after that, probably not so much. Oh, one thing. Even more. So, one reason that I know, I used to be naive and think that's the stupidest thing ever. If somebody's married and somebody's that in love with somebody, there's no reason that them losing weight should cause a divorce, right? You would think. So, the only reason that I know that it can is personal experience. My brother is married, and he is one of the best guys that I know. Hands down, best guy that I know. He and his wife have 4 kids. I think he's 33, because I'll be 27, and he's 6 years older than me. Anyway, so, he and his wife are very good-looking people. They've never had weight problems. You know, they're normal people. He works hard. She's a stay-at-home mom. She's never worked. I just want to clarify here, guys. I did not mean to offend anybody that is a stay-at-home mom. I know you're all very hard workers. This is just my personal experience with this certain person. So I'm very, very sorry of the words that I chose to use. She used to be extremely shy. I actually became best friends with her about 8 years ago until the last 4 years. And that's just personal issues. Stuff happened. So anyway, so there's been some rough friendship the past few years with her. So after having 4 kids, she gained, you know, probably 30 pounds or so, you know. I mean, that's, I think, naturally, after having 4 kids, you're a little bit heavier than you want to be. And by no means was she fat. By no means was she fat. She's probably 5'6", 5'7". And so a few years ago, she got serious about counting calories and working out. So in about a 6-month time frame, she had lost 30 pounds, which to some people, like, you know, people my size and bigger, 30 pounds it's lost weight, but it's not like life-changing, I feel like. For her it was. She probably weighed about 130 after losing the weight, which is great. I mean, she looked fantastic. But that played so bad against her and her marriage. They're actually going through a divorce right now. And it's not just the weight loss, but it's the way that she began acting after the weight loss. She had been, again, with my brother for 13 years now, but then it was about 10 years. And all of a sudden, she thought that she needed the attention from everybody else. You know, I can see, there you go again. Okay, you're back. I can see how attention would be great. You know, as a single person, I've been single for over 3 years now, almost 4. I can definitely see why attention would be a good thing. But when you're married and you've been with this person for 10 years, why are you all of a sudden needing that attention from other people? I don't get it. And it wasn't just guys, it was girls too. And she made bad friends and just, she thinks her life is great, but she's really screwing up a lot. And it all started with weight loss. And as sad as that is, you know, I want to encourage anybody to get healthy. I think that's fantastic. That's why I'm doing this, is to get healthy. But I don't think that people should be, yes, are you going to become more confident? I feel like it, yes. And you should. You have every right to. But newfound confidence doesn't justify purposely or knowingly screwing up your marriage. So I'm very opinionated about that matter, and I'm not going to talk anymore about that because that's their private lives. But yeah, so I know that weight loss can really screw up people's lives. I've seen it happen firsthand. And that's, I think, another reason why I never say I'm so happy to be single. But I do see that, you know, it is a good thing that I'm going through this at this time in my life where I can refine myself afterwards, you know. I can see who the new Bree is and who Bree wants to become. And I can do that on my own without anybody pressuring me or judging me. I mean, yeah, so I'm extremely happy that I am single doing this. That is not to knock anybody that's married or in a relationship, because I personally feel that if you are in a marriage or in a really stable, great relationship and you love that person, I feel that there's no reason weight loss should hinder your relationship. I feel like it should make it better. If you really have an amazing spouse and they're that supportive and just a great person, they're going to be excited for you, or they're going to join you and they're going to get healthier, or, you know, they're going to be proud to show you off afterwards. Not that they're not now, but to me, that's what marriage is all about. And maybe I'm naive, but if marriage isn't about supporting your spouse and who you love most and encouraging them, helping them be a better person, what the hell is marriage about? I'd like to know, because I'm not married, and I think it's for that fact solely, is that, sorry, going over train tracks, is that I feel that marriage is that sacred bond between people, and it shouldn't go away just because somebody loses weight and wants to get attention. I'm ranting now. Stop ranting. I'm almost to work. I'm like a mile away from work, and I have like 1 minute to get there. It's fine. But anyway, I really do think that's it now. Now I've been talking to you guys for 22 minutes the entire time I've been on my way to work. Yeah, so that's it. That's all I have. If I think of anything else, I'll let you guys know. But if I don't think of anything else, I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.